Hey yo, welcome to the show. Hey yo, I want an Oreo. So originally I was gonna make a video about the Minecraft movie, but my lawyer told me that it's pointless to talk about it, and I said no. So I was gonna make a video anyway, but then Synthetic Man made a video about Nintendo, and I was like, huh, I hate Nintendo, and the Switch 2 is stupid. So I'm just gonna just use his video idea and talk about Nintendo and how much I hate it. So people always ask me, Anna, why are you so miserable all the time? Why can't you just be nice? Why can't you just be happy? My answer to that is stupid people and stupid companies. Nintendo recently made the Switch 2, which is basically just the Switch 1, but it has a Discord ripoff function, and 180p pro graphics. That's it. There is no difference between the Switch 1 and 2. So Nintendo is trying to suck every penny from her pockets, and all the stupid Nintendo fans are gonna buy this en masse because Nintendo fans have zero self-control. And don't get me wrong, I used to be a massive Nintendo fan. Nintendo and Sega were like my favorite developers back then, but now I'd rather go through a lake of Legos with my bare feet, step on shards of glass, swim in shark-infested waters, and drink lava for breakfast than have to ever consume any Nintendo media ever. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I begged my dad at GameStop and Walmart just for him to buy me the most recent Pokemon game, and then he said no because we were broke, so I just asked my grandma instead. Nintendo was such a big part of my life that it's the reason I got into video games. But of course, just like any good thing, it gets ruined by greedy big businessmen, and the whole franchise of Nintendo was ruined. And just like George Lucas, who left Star Wars, Satoru Iwata, who sadly died from Nintendo leaving, it led it to, greedy assholes, and it all fell apart. Quick rant about Star Wars. I know people stand that modern Star Wars and eat that shit up like it's Justin Bieber, but I don't know, man. Ever since George Lucas left the franchise after the original trilogy and a awesome TV show, Star Wars ain't good anymore. Just make it great again, man. God, imagine the comments I'm gonna get from saying that sentence. Jeez. The point here is that the last people who actually cared about Nintendo, which was Iwata and Reggie Fils-Aimé, are gone, and all that's left are these dudes who care less about the company and just want money. And people might disagree with me, but I believe the downfall of Nintendo came around 2013, around the 3DS era. And don't get me wrong, there were still great games coming out around 2013, but compared to the Wii, the DS, the GameCube, and the Nintendo 64, it's not even a comparison, dude. And I remember by that point I just switched to indie titles, and I found one of my favorite games of all time, The Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy. And hey, one of my favorite video games made of all time that's a horror game is Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Oh, I'm sorry, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, which I will make a video about. And if you're gonna wonder if I'm gonna make a video about the new Spooky's House of Jump Scares update with all the 3D models, you are absolutely correct. I'm gonna make a video about that. I just find it so funny that indie games are cheaper, and it's like $60 for a Nintendo Switch game, $450 for a console. Jeez, and Nintendo's supposed to be the cheap option, but I guess because of inflation, we all gotta deal with it, right? No, it doesn't matter. You can actually make more money by making games affordable for consumers. At least make it $40. I don't think it would make much of a difference, but what do I know, right? I think people have to understand that Nintendo at this point is just Disney. It's Disney. It's Disney. Except Nintendo makes smarter decisions with their business, so no matter how bad their games are or how lackluster they are, those stupid fans will buy the games anyway because Nintendo fans have the same self-control as a cocaine addict. I just don't understand why Nintendo fans have such low self-control when it comes to buying games. Like, just buying them is just so hard to not do. Like, oh, I cannot buy it. I cannot buy this mediocre game. Yes, it's basically nostalgia eaters that will buy the products, even if it's bad, because they are addicted to that feeling of their favorite Pokemon appearing in a game. Like, I honestly think that's why Nintendo is still around, is just because of big man babies who want the nostalgia. Like, it's more important to see their favorite Pokemon or their Mario game. Like, it's more important to see that than saving $70 for something more important. Now, do people understand why I'm so angry? I cannot stand people for the life of me, except Carl Sama. I fucking love this dude. Rip his channel. I just love Nintendo fans being like, man, Nintendo sucks. We need better games, but here, Nintendo, take all my money. Sir, our games kind of suck now, and all the fans are complaining. So instead of making 6 more Pokemon games, shouldn't we make something new? They will play it anyways. Ha 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 ha. The biggest way to fix this issue is just to not buy the games, but that's never gonna happen. Nintendo is too big to fail, and people are idiots. I guess the one nice thing I could say about Nintendo is that they aren't as woke as Disney, but they're getting pretty darn close. Like, why waste your money on the Switch? Like, the Switch 2, like, I don't get it. I didn't even like the Switch, aside from Breath of the Wild and Miitopia. I didn't even like the Switch aside from Breath of the Wild and Miitopia. Most Switch games were shit, and there weren't even that many to begin with, but it became super popular console because a portable console is just so endearing to people, despite the Joy-Con drift. But hey, we have the Switch too, so instead of fixing the issues with the Joy-Con drift or just making better and just making better games, we're just gonna offer you another expensive console for no reason whatsoever, and that's completely fine to most people because people are stupid. My solution for this is to ban Nintendo games, everybody play Spooky's House of Jump Scares for the rest of your life because it's one of the greatest games ever made, one of the best horror games ever made, one of the best satirical horror games ever made. Like, man, I sure do love these Nintendo Switch 2 reveals. Donkey Kong game with the new shitty Donkey Kong design, another fucking Mario Kart game, another Mario Party game. No, nothing that I am really interested in. I mean, I guess the Mario Kart one looks the best out of all these, but like, I don't care. They're not interesting enough, and there's not enough games on this fucking console. Man, Metroid Prime 4 looks like shit. And this is coming from somebody who didn't even really care about the Metroid series aside from Super Metroid. And I thought Metroid Prime for the Wii was alright. But oh man, of course they didn't show any game footage. None of these companies show any game footage. They barely showed anything. Like there's this one part where you can like open doors with like telekinesis or something. Like I don't care. None of these games look any interesting at all. None of them. Again, Mario Kart is like the only one that looks semi-decent, but everything else looks like shit. I'm so fucking tired of Mario games. Like, don't get me wrong, Metroid Prime, like, we do need more, like, Metroid games, because, you know, Metroid is such a series that's been kind of, you know, for a long time, but, like, I want something else. I want, like, a new Golden Sun game or something. Like, I want more coming out of the Golden Sun series. Like, I want more, or even, like, the Earthbound series. Like, I want more games with that in it. Like, I want more games, like, made by, like, you know, people who are actually, like, good gamers. Like, I'm so fucking tired of Mario. I want something else. Please bring back the Golden Sun series. Okay, actually, wait, no, don't do that. Please leave Golden Sun alone because Nintendo will fuck it up. I know they will. Nintendo, please give us Mother 3 for local translation, please. I'm begging you. It's never gonna happen though, because it's too problematic, I guess. The only game that I was actually really happy about was the Kirby Air Ride game, because don't get me wrong, like I fucking love Kirby. I love Kirby so much. Kirby is like my favorite franchise of all time, like even more than Pokemon. Like don't get me wrong, Pokemon, you know, used to be great, but even the most like mediocre Kirby game still has some fun in it, you know, like it's not boring, it's just not as good as the other ones. And I don't know, man, Kirby Triple Deluxe and Kirby on the Switch wasn't that good, so the fact that Kirby Air Riders is getting a sequel is fucking awesome. I mean at the same time, I'm gonna keep my wits about me because this is Nintendo we're talking about, you know, they never make anything good anymore. But aside from, you know, Breath of the Wild and all the Kirby games and stuff, there's nothing interesting on the Switch. And on the Switch 2, again, there's nothing that really interested me aside from the Kirby game. But again, I don't even think it matters because I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2 for that. That's not, I'd rather just pirate the game. Like, I'm not gonna buy a Switch for just one game. Like, who the fuck does that? I don't know, man. Even with the Kirby game, it doesn't interest me. It does not interest me. And of course, they got the stupid Discord feature, which now you can just stream in with the Switch now, which is stupid. Because first of all, the Nintendo Switch online service is already bad enough, and then now you can go online and meet, like, grown-ups now, and you can do Discord features and streaming on the Switch. Does no one realize how bad of an idea this is? Does no one understand what the audience of Nintendo actually is? Oh god, I wouldn't be shocked if this is the next Omegle, and then we have like someone like Gypsy Crusader saying racist slurs on the Nintendo Switch online. Actually, that'd be pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Turn off the lights, let's see. Alright, now give me a smile.
But good god, do they not understand what a terrible idea this is? You know how many predators they're gonna be because of this? I guess not. I guess Nintendo doesn't give a shit about children, as long as they can suck the money out of their pockets as much as they possibly can. Ugh, whatever. Oh my god, just don't buy this thing, man. Don't buy the Switch 2, there's no point. If you buy the Switch 2 and you buy these $80 games and you're just a mindless, stupid consumer, I don't care who you are, or how you grew up, or how much money you have. I don't give a shit that Synthetic Man is supposed to be based or whatever. He shouldn't be buying these games either. I don't give a shit what your excuse is. I don't care that he's a game reviewer. I don't care if you're a game reviewer. Don't buy it. There's other things to talk about than just the most modern Nintendo game. The only reason Synthetic Man is doing this is for money. Like, he's telling everybody else to don't buy it. You don't buy it either. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Don't do it, please. Nintendo can't get away with this. They can't get away with us shelling out $80 for a fucking video game. Good God. Like, practice what you preach, okay? That's all I'm saying. If you don't want us to buy the games, then you don't do it either. Stop supporting these companies. They're shitty people, and they're overworking all these employees to create these flops, to create these shitty games that are gonna make money. Like, the only reason these games make money is because of the stupid-ass nostalgia eaters. That's the only reason these games make any money. How do you people not see that? Like, is your childhood that gripped by the balls that you need to buy these games? I don't understand. Just play something else. But no, Nintendo is gonna get away with it because people are stupid and they're idiots and they'll buy it anyway. Like, we have so much controversy over it right now, but these people are gonna buy it anyway. It doesn't matter. Nintendo's too big to fail, and so is Disney. So they're gonna keep making money. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter to these people. God, it's so frustrating because this problem can be easily solved if people just didn't buy the games, but you know that that's not going to happen because these people are greedy or they just want nostalgia. Like, that's all it is. So, whatever. It's just so frustrating. And I understand that we all hate microtransactions. Like, we all hate, you know, these inflated prices, you know, and it's just like, I don't even understand how people can afford these games in the first place. With inflation and the minimum wages and all that. I don't even know how these people afford it, but whatever. I don't know. I guess people like Synthetic Man can get away with it, buying these games just because he's just a game reviewer, even though even though you don't have to review these games, you can just do something else. And, like, people don't give a shit anyway. And, like, modern Nintendo is so woke at this point. As well, like, you can't even say, like, they're not as woke as Disney, but that doesn't matter, right? Like, they have a social credit score, you know, they make games and put things in the games for their social credit. I mean, look at these designs from Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, like, gross, you know? Like, you know they put that in there for the social credit score, and all the characters are, like, either trans or non-binary or whatever. It's just like, ugh. I can't stand modern Nintendo. I mean, I don't really know what else I can say at this point. Like, what can I say? You guys should know not to buy Nintendo garbage anymore. But, you know, if you are, you're a casual or nostalgia eater. And I'm gonna either of those things. So I ain't gonna give Nintendo any of my money. And you shouldn't either. Because spending money on a new console that doesn't change anything from the original is pointless. It's so pointless. It's not like the Switch had good games to begin with. And putting indie games on the Switch doesn't count. That's just porting games to another console. That doesn't mean anything. Like, I don't care that the End is Nigh is on the Switch. I don't care that the Binding of Isaac is on Switch because I could play it on PC. Like, I don't care. It doesn't change anything. It's just porting games onto another console. That doesn't mean that there's actual good games on the Switch. I'm talking about the games made from the ground up, right? And there's not very many ground-up games on the Switch that were good, and there's not very many that's going to be good on the Switch too, because from what we've seen, they're just more Mario garbage. I don't care about Mario, dude. Please, give us games on other properties that has not been touched in like 10 to 20 years, you know? Like, I don't care about Mario. No one cares about Mario. Aside from nostalgia, that's all it is. So, I really don't know what to say anymore at this point. Like, if you buy the shit, you're a fucking idiot. That's all I can say. I don't care if you're a game reviewer. Fuck off. Don't buy this stuff. Don't buy it. And, so, goodbye. Don't have anything else to say. Don't buy these games. Don't buy the console. Boycott Nintendo, and I will see you on the next one.